Hi. Prelims is not just about knowledge. It is also about your logical thinking and aptitude, what you carry in your mind in the exam. Today, I have Mr. Shravan Kumar with us. Shravan is a graduate in mechanical engineering from IIT Delhi, and we have just completed a one-to-one session on the elimination techniques. Now, Shravan is here to give his feedback about this whole session. Also, he is one of the most credible persons to give the feedback because he has purchased all of my products, which includes one research PDF that I've made about repeated questions in 2021 prelims in GS1 paper. Then he has also purchased my Telegram course on elimination technique, and he has also taken the one-to-one session about the elimination technique. So whatever could be the doubts that crop up in the minds of any aspirant, we are going to ask these questions to Shravan, and let's see what he has to answer. So a few basics about Shravan. I've already told he's a mechanical engineering graduate from IIT Delhi. He has given 4 attempts in the civil services exam, and he has cleared prelims once. That happened in 2020. He also has 9 years of experience in a PSU. So a very mature person, a mature, not just a mature person, but also a mature candidate, a mature aspirant, senior aspirant. So welcome to the session, Shravan. So
Hi, sir.
after the one-to-one session on elimination technique that we just had, what do you feel about your chances of selection now?
I think I'll be able to clear the prelims. And after the session, especially, I felt I could aim for the forest services also because the prelims cutoff will be high. So that was the confidence which I got when I got through the course. And I had a lot of learnings in the course as such. Uh,
Okay, just wait. Let us use the term course for the Telegram course only, and the term session for the one-to-one session. It can get
okay, fine.
confusing
Yeah,
otherwise. Yeah.
yeah. So I had great learnings in the session as such, like
Mm,
valuable inputs like how I can unlearn my knowledge which I acquired over years, and
mm,
how to think as a simple layman as a civil servant, civil services aspirant,
mm,
and not overthinking, and different points of view of how to handle the questions, whether or not to take up any question, in how
mm,
much time, and how to look at the question. Like now I have a different perspective on how to look at the question. So
mm.
it has made my process easy. That is what I feel after the session.
Okay, great. Give me some example. Some example. Pick any one question that you remember from the session and how it changed your perspective. What earlier you used to do and what now you think.
Yeah. Let me look at one of the example. Like for example, let us take a question from science and technology. Okay. Uh, in this session, I got to know that how to approach for a question which is based on technology, which is
Mm,
based on science.
mm.
I didn't have that but kind of perspective earlier. So that is one learning or
The
takeaway,
separation between science and
science
technology.
and technology.
Mm,
And yeah, and apart from that also how to pick up options, like how to find the odd one out. Like for
mm,
example, there was plutonium in one of the options,
mm.
and it is a nuclear element, right? So
Yeah.
which and within that short time how to look at that, and
Mm,
looking from the point of view of a 21-year-old general candidate, how to look at the question, and just keep it to the basics, just from
mm,
NCRTs, then a
mm,
standard book and current affairs, not
mm.
to
Right.
overthink, and
Right.
how to have a generalist kind of an approach. Those are
Yeah.
the learnings. And
So
yeah,
we could identify one big flaw in your approach in this session, that you are going too knowledge oriented. You're not looking at it. This 21-year-old hack I told you, like you're a science graduate. You are applying that knowledge, perhaps in most questions, that knowledge scholarly approach. So I suggested that you think like a 21-year-old arts graduate. So that
right.
and that thinking has improved your, the attempts that you do and the solvability of the questions, is it?
Right, right. And also some basic questions from NCRT. Most of the times we drill down to two options. And
Mm,
the way you explained how to fit into the shoes of the beneficiary was
mm.
also one of the new learnings which I had. So that also helped me.
Great, great. The second question which any aspirant might have is, after this session, what do you feel about the elimination technique? I mean, there are great videos available on YouTube and they are for free. So after the session and before the session, what was your impression of the elimination technique?
So first of all, before the session, I too had pretty idea of what the elimination techniques are,
Mm,
based on various resources from YouTube or some coaching institutes and all.
mm,
However, once we learn them, we'll try to implement in the exam whenever it comes.
mm,
So that does happen. But after having one-to-one session with you, the way you asked me to implement at the same time was also a learning for me.
mm,
And I don't think there is anyone who is having a session like you
mm,
to train the service aspirants to
mm.
go through the process basically. And in 1.5 hours, I had a great time. So all these experiences would count, and of course, there is need of practice, which you
Sure.
have.
Sure, sure, sure. And last question, we have to, let's keep this video short. Last question is, I told about three of my products which I have recently produced. One is a PDF. It's a research PDF that catalogs the questions which are related to PYQs, the questions which appeared in GS1 paper in
Right,
2021 prelim.
right,
So just a second, please. Yeah. So in total, there are 180 questions in from PYQs from 1979 till 2021, 2020, which are related to 60 questions in 2021 GS1 paper. So this is
right.
the first product. The second product is the elimination technique course that I have started on Telegram, wherein I give two practice questions every day and a solution video next day. It is from Monday to Friday. And the third product is this one-to-one elimination technique session. So, what do you feel about these three products? If I am an aspirant, I'm interested in these products, I'm confused whether I should go for one product only out of these three, or, especially the elimination technique Telegram course and the one-to-one session. It seems very similar. So, should I invest my money in all of these three, or, just any one of the products? How should I go about it?
So basically, when you have the one-to-one session, which is apart from the PDF and the Telegram channel, you expose your thought process to the mentor basically, and that is the biggest advantage. And getting a live feedback of how to solve the question and in which manner I'm going wrong, that particular experience is needed. Firstly, secondly, just the experience will not count, or just having the PDF will not count. In the sense like you have to put them into practice so that you will go with a clear mind for the prelims 2022. So and coming to whether you have to invest in such a product or not, anything which will give an entry to mains is welcome. So one such program is yours. So I would definitely recommend.
So, and compared to the Telegram course, will it be like, if somebody wants to take one-to-one session versus Telegram course, should both of them be taken, or will any one of them
Both
also?
of them must be taken because those questions and the solution which you provide basically in the Telegram channel will keep on running in the aspirant's mind, and it'll become inbuilt, and on the day of exam I think it will be very helpful.
Great. And what is the utility of the PDF?
PDF, I didn't expect such a PDF actually. With one question relating it to 4 or 5 questions, different kinds of related previous year questions, and how to take inputs from them. So that was also a good insight. And of course, it is done only for 2021 paper, but Anything, yeah. Obviously, because we have just written 2021 paper, you have related to that. But that particular insight is also very good, and it would help the student like tremendously, because those analytical skills will come up on the later date. The PDF is like okay on the date, but the analysis part of it, the student will carry forward for a long time.
That's right. That's right. And just one last question. People often message me that, whether they should take this session, one-to-one session now, or even the Telegram course, whether they should invest it in now, or should they do it close to prelims, that is 4th of June, maybe, close to that. What do you feel is the appropriate time?
I think you'll have to take the one-to-one session twice. That is what I felt after the end of the session today, because firstly, human mind works on a learning curve. So
Mm,
the earlier you learn, grasp, and put it to practice, it will be
mm,
beneficial. One,
mm,
and I want this session to be done again before the exam, because to refresh myself and to know where I'm standing before the mentor. So
mm.
that would be a great thing. And I think with that, prelims must be clear.
Chalo, perfect, perfect. Thank you, Shravan. Just one last thing. You have invested some money in my products. Do you feel the return on investment that you have got and you have been getting on perhaps what is expected in the future? Do you feel the products are priced with a good return for value, the
Yes.
investment?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Because as I told you, any entry pass to mains is welcome. So we invest a lot in the market in Rajendra Nagar. Of course, I'm not there, but I know I had been there for 1 year. So I know how students end up spending more on unnecessary things. But the way you kept three simple fundas, one is NCRT, one is the standard book, and current affairs, and the way you explain also, I think that will connect, and that is sufficient for the exam. That is what I feel. And yeah, it's perfectly priced. I don't have any issues with that.
Chalo, chalo. Thank you, Shravan. Thank you for your time. It's already 12 minutes. It got longer than we expected. So thank you, Shravan, and good luck for your exam. Take
Yeah,
care.
thank you.
Bye bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye. Yeah.